Ellie's class, this is Mrs. Burns. So for today, for your art class, you are going to need a sheet of paper. Could be notebook paper, or it could be a piece of printer paper. I sent you an email out on Wednesday to help you be prepared. So hopefully you got that. So a piece of paper, I know you don't have your art book, so we'll just make do. Notebook paper would work just fine. And you're also going to need a pencil. What we're going to do today is we're going to make our background for our can drawing. So last week you drew a can. So hopefully you have that. I'm pretty sure I told everybody to save that, put it in your backpack right away. I'm going to want you to do the same thing for this background. So your can drawing and your background drawing, when you're finished, put it in your backpack, so then when I see you next Friday, you will have both of those drawings available. So what you're going to do today is you're going to draw a background for your can. So when you get back to school next week, this is what we're going to create. So you have your can drawing. Your can's going to, in your art book, so when I see you next week, you're going to trace your can, and then you're going to trace your background design. So this is eventually what we're going to create in our art books. We'll talk about color, and we'll talk about some artists we're learning about, and we'll talk more about pop art, that video that you watched today too. So, I'm just going to use a piece of notebook paper. So if you have this, this is fine. What you're going to do is you're going to choose two of these backgrounds, and imagining that your can drawing is right in the middle. And if it's, if your can's a little bit big and if it overlaps with your background lines when you trace all this in your art book, that's okay. So you're going to start with your first design. I'm just kind of, imagining that the can's right in the middle. So don't go all the way to the edge of your paper, but kind of somewhere around here. Not too small. I'm going to choose, let's just start with a circle. And this will be your choice. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but a circle. So actually, maybe I'm going to do an oval and then kind of slant it a little bit. So before I start, when you look at this one, I chose, this curvy line and then a zigzag line on the outside. So right now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw this line that's going to be closest to my can. And I'm going to do kind of an oval shape. So a little bit of a diagonal. Okay, after I do my first shape, then I'm going to contrast that with maybe a more fuller, rounder shape, like either the zigzags or the cloud line, or this this kind of combination of zigzag cloud line right here. Let's try this one. So behind this shape, I'm going to draw this shape right here. So imagining that this is layers, your can's going to be on top, then you have this shape, and then here is the next one. So when you draw shapes like this, one of these backgrounds, I recommend moving your paper around as you're drawing. Will make it a little easier for you. So if I'm looking at this one right here, a little bit of a zigzag, alternating zigzag and cloud. If it goes off the edge, that's okay. I'm just going to make my zigzags a little bit smaller as I move this around. Don't worry about that circle on the notebook paper. And just one more for that little bump right here. Okay, so this is what I'd like you to do today. You should have your can drawing. If you don't have a can drawing, then you're gonna have to go to last week's lesson and follow along with me drawing the cylinder can. So make sure when you come back to art next Friday, you're gonna have your can drawing with you as well as your background drawing. So what I would do is rip this out, slide it in a folder, have it ready right away. Do this right now. Once you finish this, go put your can and your background in a folder, return it to school so that you will have it when I see you next week. Okay. Nice job.